Welcome to the Wild and Fierce podcast. We are your hosts, Amber
and Johanna. We're here to explore womanhood through real, raw, and unfiltered conversations.
Please remember this podcast is for education only and not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your own healthcare professional.
Let's dive in.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful episode. This is another solo episode with myself. I'm really excited for today's topic. We're going to be talking about a damaging fitness myth that's keeping many women, maybe you, stuck. And this is the myth of no pain, no gain. So I'm going to paint a picture of what this may look like or sound like for you, and you can let me know. Maybe you're nodding your head along with me as I explain this. So it's the voice in your head that tells you if you're not drenched in sweat, if you're not sore for days, if you're not spending an hour or 45 minutes or whatever in the gym, if it's not a certain amount of days per week, that it doesn't count. So what happens when we fall into that mindset is if you can't get in that hour-long workout, or if you're not feeling sore afterwards, you do nothing. So it might look like this. Monday comes along. You're feeling super motivated. You have on your calendar, you're going to get in 5 workouts this week. Monday through Friday, you're going to hit them all, okay? Day 1, you crush it. You're exhausted afterwards, but you feel so accomplished, okay? Day 2, soreness kicks in. You can barely move, but you push through and do the next workout because no pain, no gain. Day 3, your body's screaming at you. You have kids, you have a job, and you can barely lift your arms. Day 4, you skip because you need a rest day, but it's only once. Day 5, well, you already missed yesterday's workout, so let's miss another one. Week 2, you're doing nothing again, and you feel like a failure. And the cycle continues. And this is why so many women end up feeling stuck. Because here's what no one tells you. This mentality was designed for elite athletes, people who didn't have jobs and kids. Well, I shouldn't say that. They may have those things, but they have systems in place and help and all these other things to make that possible. For many women, especially moms, hitting the gym for an hour or whatever multiple times per week is not realistic to their life. Mine included. Like, there's no way I could do that. So I see this time and time again with clients that come in and like, Amber, I've tried so many times to be consistent with working out. I've tried so many times to see results, but I fall off the wagon every single time. And here's the other important part to keep in mind too, is when we push our bodies to complete exhaustion over and over and over again, a lot of the times our body fights back. So we see things like cortisol spikes, your body holding onto fat, muscle tissue, English is hard, breaking down. Hormones are getting disrupted. Your energy's crashing. You're working really, really hard, but you're getting either no results or even worse results. And the worst part is it isn't just the physical breakdown that we see, but there's a big mental piece to this. So when we give ourselves this image that exercise needs to look a certain way, a certain amount of calories, has to be in the gym, yada, 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 our relationship with movement becomes really negative. It almost goes from that, like, it's a gift to move our body to it's punishment to move our body. And then we dread it. Like, oh, I have to go get my workout in. Versus if we can shift it to it doesn't have to be perfect. What if I just go do the best that I can with the capacity, the time, and the energy that I do have, and it will still count? Like, that is such a powerful shift from what we normally tell ourselves, which if it's not perfect, why bother at all, right? I use the mantra with clients a lot of like all movement counts. Literally all movement. I have one client right now and she does 3 strength training workouts per week. Okay. She's a mom of 2 and she works. And she really wanted to bring running into the picture. And she was like, I really want to start running, but where am I going to fit it in? You know how she gets her running in, you guys? She plays red light, green light with her kiddos in the backyard. That's her running. She got creative. She could have said, you know what, if I can't go on long runs by myself, it's not going to count. So I'm not going to do it. But instead, she got creative and she did that. The other day, I'll use myself as an example. I wasn't able to get in as many steps as I wanted during the day, but my kiddo wanted nothing to do with going for a walk, but he wanted to play in the backyard. So we went in the backyard. He played. I raked leaves for like 2 hours. I was still moving. I was getting a workout, but he was also happy. So I made the most of the circumstances that I had instead of throwing in the towel and being like, well, my step count just is what it is today. I'm not going to do anything else. I made the most of it. And that's where you break through the cycle. Consistently showing up, even in small amounts, always beats perfection and falling off the wagon every single time. Like consistently showing up when you can, even if it's 10 minutes, is a win. Always. Okay. I'm hoping this all sounds relatable to you guys. I know it definitely sounds relatable to me. I want to give some examples of what you should feel like after a workout to know that you're actually getting something worthwhile in. Because like I mentioned in the very beginning, we talk about feeling like you have to be sore, feeling like it has to be a certain amount of time. And then people are like, okay, well, Amber, if that's not my metric, how do I know that it's working? So let's dive into that. So at the end of a workout, some soreness is great, but like you shouldn't be so sore that you can't move the rest of the day or you're just like dying the next day. So a little bit of muscle soreness is fine. If you are extremely sore, that's actually just lactic acid built up, meaning your muscle was breaking down and now there's acid, which is a byproduct of it. It doesn't even mean that you're particularly building more muscle. And the catch is, if you're constantly that sore over and over and over again, your body doesn't even have the ability to rebuild the muscle that was broken down to build more muscle. So you need to have rest days in between, and you should not be deathly sore every time, okay? You should ideally feel energized after your workout. You shouldn't feel like you're so depleted. Some mild fatigue for a little bit, but then you recover. That's great. That's how you want to feel, okay? You also want to know that the workouts that you're doing are able to be maintained consistently, meaning if you can do them for 1 week, but then life gets a little crazy and you can't do them for 3 more weeks when things are hectic, they're not realistic to your life. So make them shorter, do them at home versus at the gym, like involve your kiddos if you need to. If you cannot maintain them, there's really not a whole lot of point in doing them. Like 1 week of really hard kick-ass workouts followed by 3 weeks of nothing isn't going to give you any gains. I would rather you do 2 to 3 shorter workouts per week consistently and actually see results than what I talked about on the flip side. Okay. Other thing with your workouts is you should be increasing the weights over time. So you should be getting stronger. If you are getting stronger, if you're noticing your stamina is improving, if you're sleeping better, if your menstrual cycles are becoming normalized, if your hair health is better, if your gut health feels better, those are really good signs that the movement that you're getting in on a regular basis is benefiting you. If things are going the opposite direction, it's probably too much. Okay? All right, we're going to talk about the science for a minute because I like getting a little bit nerdy sometimes. So, research on women's exercise shows that moderate intensity done consistently beats sporadic high intensity for overall body composition. So, this is exactly what I said. Consistently getting in shorter workouts with some strength training and then just watching how many steps you're getting in is more effective over time than going and kicking your ass a couple times at the gym, okay? Strength training with rest, produces better results than daily exhaustive workouts. So this is like talking about HIIT workouts or really high intensity workouts. You're going to be better off doing a slower paced strength training workout with rest in between versus going and doing high intensity cardio multiple times per week. Movement that energizes supports better hormone balance. So when we look at female hormones, they do better with a little bit lower intensity. Doesn't mean you can't do high intensity on occasion, you guys. It just means not all of the time. Your hormones do better with the little bit lower intensity than the really intense stuff all the time. I mean, even just walking, you guys. Walking can be one of the most effective forms of movement for body composition and metabolism and just feeling good. Okay? All right. So now I'm going to give some realistic examples of how you can shift from the no pain, no gain mindset and start making small changes in your daily life to prioritize movement better. Okay? So if you, like me, have a couple kiddos, you work, or even if you don't work, you're still busy taking care of kiddos, the house, all of those things. Getting to the gym, like I mentioned multiple times for long periods of time, is not realistic. So the first tip that I will always give every woman is get some equipment at home. Now, this does not mean that you can't ever go to the gym or go to the fun classes that you like, but on days when you can't make it to the gym, you can still get something in at home. Because I hear that excuse a lot. Well, I don't have childcare, I can't get to the gym. Okay, on days that we don't, let's do something at home. We've been sick in our house the past 2 weeks. I have done many workouts with my kiddos. I was using my son's Tonka dump truck the other day to do an ab workout. I was using our step stool that my kids use in their bathroom to do some lunges, reverse lunges. So use equipment you have in the house or set aside some money to buy some dumbbells or some bands or something that you can have at home. Now, I do have plenty of clients, myself included, that I have invested in an entire home gym, and it's the best thing in the world. So if you have the finances to do that, amazing. Now, I know there are people listening that are like, Amber, I don't like working out with my kids. I like going to the gym. I hear you. I would love that in an ideal world as well. But there are going to be times that you may need to do it at home, and that's okay. So having some stuff at home is super important. Another trick that I give is habit stacking, especially if you're just starting. So if you're just starting your fitness journey and you really don't have any consistency, find a habit that you do every single day. We're going to use brushing your teeth for an example because that's an easy one. So ideally, you're brushing your teeth in the morning and the evening, guys, okay? So twice a day. Both of the times that you're brushing your teeth, what kind of movement can you do while you're brushing your teeth? Can you do a wall sit? Can you do some body weight squats? Can you hold an iso lunge? That is a way to pair a new habit, right? We're anchoring it to a habit you already do to increase the likelihood that you continue doing it. Another example, maybe you make a coffee every morning. As your coffee is brewing, do some lunges, do a plank, do some push-ups on the kitchen counter, whatever. Pair it with something that you do always, add in the new one as an anchor so it's more likely to happen. Okay? Easy. Choose the stairs over the escalator. Try walking instead of driving somewhere if you're not going far. Take your kiddos on more walks. I mentioned the red light, green light. Go play in the backyard with your kiddos. I always use the example too of when you go to the park. How often when you go to the park do you see parents sitting and watching their kiddos? I'm not shaming you. I know it's nice to sit sometimes. That's fine. But if you know you need to move your body a little bit more, go play with your kiddos. Go down the slides, swing on the swings, walk around, move as they're playing on the toys. So you're getting movement in too. It's exercise for them and you. Plus your kiddos love when you come play with them. So a trick on there. Accountability buddies. Whether this is a friend, hiring a coach, whatever you need, getting someone in your corner that can be your motivation. They can keep you uplifted. They can let you know when you're pushing too hard. They can let you know when you're not pushing hard enough. Having someone else in your corner can be a game changer, whatever point you're at in your fitness journey. I have a coach for myself and I've been training for I don't even know how many years. I need accountability too. So that can be really helpful. The other thing is to look at your calendar every week and figure out where can you find little pockets of time to get your workouts in. It's really powerful when we put energy into something. Where our energy goes, usually action goes. So if I say, I'm going to try and get in 3 workouts, but I never actually look at where I can put them in, they're a lot less likely to happen. It's like when you put your kid's doctor's appointment or I don't know, some activity you have to do. If it's on a calendar, it's probably going to happen. If it's not, It's probably not going to happen. So try and find times that you can actually put them on your calendar. Talk with your spouses if you guys are married or have boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. Someone that you can say, hey, you know what? During X time, I plan to work out. Could you maybe watch the kiddos for me? Or could you help me stay motivated to get it done? Like, people in your house too, having them on board with your goals can be really, really powerful. So, okay. Talking about the power of walking. Another big shift that you guys can make too that can be helpful is to make movement a lifestyle versus like a punishment. So example, as I'm recording this for all of you, I am on my walking pad. I'm not walking only because it's loud when I'm recording, but I am standing. I made a goal this week that my office chair, y'all can actually, if you're watching the video, see it in the background, is not to be used. I had found that my body just got so much more angry on long work days like this when I sat. So my lifestyle now while I work is to stand or walk when I'm not recording a podcast. A really easy way to just get in more movement. It feels like a gift to my body. It doesn't feel like I'm punishing it. And that mindset shift goes a long way. All right, guys. So this is going to be a quick, short hitting podcast, which is amazing. Normally mine are really long. So we're going to do a bit quick mindset shift, and then I'll give you just a couple more things, and then we're done, guys. So success is not being so sore that you can't move. It's not burning a specific amount of calories, and it's not a certain minimum amount of time. Success is moving in some way, even if it's 10 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes will beat 0 minutes every time. Feeling strong over time. That is success. Being consistent with imperfect workouts. Imperfect. The interrupted, the broken, the ones that you start and have to finish later. The ones that's, I used this example on Instagram the other day, the ones where you have to go change a diaper or get a snack or wipe a booty, like whatever you have to do. Imperfect, but you still get them done. Having energy for life and actually enjoying movement. This piece is huge. If you hate working out, don't do that type of working out. Like my warm-up yesterday was a dance party. My rest breaks in between working out, more dance parties because it was fun and I enjoyed it. Find something that is fun. Is it always going to be fun to work out? No, sometimes you do have to push yourself. But if you just loathe doing it every single day, find something that's fun. Okay. Short, little workouts that are done consistently. English is really hard today, guys. Will always beat one 90-minute kick-ass workout that's usually not repeatable, okay? If you are consistent over time, over the, let's say 6 months to a year, you're going to build sustainable habits that eventually become a lifestyle. Your strength is going to increase, your body composition will change, your energy will improve, and you'll get off of the wagon where you keep falling off over and over and over again, okay? You have permission, especially as you're starting this journey or in different phases of life when your capacity is lower or higher, to stop mid-workout if needed, to modify exercises, to choose easier variation, to take an extra rest day, to do less than planned when something comes up, to prioritize sleep, and to just do 10 minutes. And yes, I said 10 minutes. The real transformation isn't in just the way your body looks. It's how your body also feels. Say it out loud with me, people. I don't need to destroy my body for my workout to count. And then say it again. All right, couple action steps. So first, I want you to take a realistic evaluation of your life. How much time can you really put into workouts? Do you need to get some equipment at home? Do you need to join a gym? Do you need an accountability buddy or a coach? Okay? What is actually realistic to your life? Not what's going to go kick your booty. All right? We're going to start small, okay? And I know this is going to sound different than what the fitness industry tells you, where we hear like shred fat in 30 days or transform your body in 6 weeks. Like so much of that is just BS and not realistic. But what I am teaching you here is going to give you sustainability, longevity, and true results. And honestly, many of you, if you've been nodding your head along with me, you've tried the approach that I was talking about before, the grind, fall on and off the wagon, and hasn't gotten you very far. So maybe it's time to try something different. Time to build sustainable strength that honors your body and your life and the season that you're in right now. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. You've got this. If you did enjoy it, go give it a like, go give it a share, go give us a review on whatever platform you're listening, and we appreciate you all as always. That's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you for hanging out with us on the Wild and Fierce podcast. If you loved this conversation, we'd be so grateful if you left a review and shared it with a friend who needs to hear this.
And if you really loved it, take a screenshot, share it on your stories, and tag us. We'd love to see it. Until next time, stay wild, stay fierce, and keep owning your journey.